How did she respond?
Mm, I mean, she just listened. She didn't. She didn't really say much. Um, she's still really kitty, if that makes sense. And that's what I'm trying. We're trying to protect.
There is an argument that the most precious relationship a man can have is with his daughter. The joy of seeing his daughter go from cradle to wedding gown can make the strongest man tear up. But in a society where it's so easy to unilaterally break this relationship, many times the one who suffers most is the daughter herself. In this stream with Dr. Green Gorilla and Dr. Neil, we hear how the decision to not raise daughters in intact families as husbands and wives often plays itself out.
I had an ex-girlfriend who was a single mother, um, 3 children, and her oldest daughter was 25. Her second child, her son, was 21, and her youngest child, her daughter, was 17 when I was involved with her. And the 17-year-old was an accelerated. She was very smart woman, very charming, and was in an accelerated program. It was one of these junior college programs connected to an elite school here in North Carolina. I'm not going to say the name. And the woman who I was dealing with, the single mother, she had her babies. She started having babies when she was young, and she was intent. She was very, very intent. Fortunately, her oldest daughter had never had any kids, so the oldest daughter, didn't do them, didn't go down that path for whatever reason. But the younger one, she was real invested in the younger one because she was very smart. She was on the STEM track, and I used to watch her really instruct her daughter about her associations. Anyway, her younger daughter had a little boyfriend. They still live in the hood. They live in the hood, and the people that they connected to, who they were surrounded by hood people all the time, and hood women in particular. And so we're talking about a young woman who was basically, a budding elite, okay? And her mother was working hard to get her out of there. Long story short, she had a little boyfriend in the neighborhood, raised by a single mother and what have you. And the mother did her darndest to break that relationship up. And she told her, she said, "You can't take this boy with you. You all are going on different tracks or what have you. You can't take him with you." And the daughter would cry and rebel and what have you. Anywho, her daughter was on birth control, had on birth control. The daughter, at some point, decided to stop taking birth control. And as soon as she stopped taking birth control, she got pregnant. And as soon as she got pregnant, all of her plans to go into this high-level STEM program ended. She found herself working in a chicken factory with her boyfriend. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just the truth. She found herself working in a chicken factory, a plant in North Carolina, competing with Mexicans.
Many people lament images of black men going overseas enjoying themselves. They will say that they are gloating or that they are paying for women. But in this Western environment today, a man's family and future relationship with his children hang on the thread of the happiness of the woman he's with, nothing more. When she is not happy, she can unilaterally take the kids away, make it all but impossible for the father to see them, and portray herself as a victim the whole time. Men have seen this reality play out time and time again, having to watch their kids, or their brother's kids, or their friends' kids, or even their co-workers' kids, and specifically their daughters, raised without the father's ability to intervene in any serious way. The result of such behavior has created a cycle of marriageless childbirths, a feeling of helplessness for many men, and an air of distrust in family building. The soil for family building is ripe elsewhere for men who desire to see their daughters grow up and become brides before mothers. For many of the black men getting passports, family creation, even having someone that cares about them, they see no other way. Many passport bros are going overseas looking for girlfriends and wives. What they don't know yet is they may also be taking the first step in ensuring that their daughter also becomes a wife.